All right, well, welcome back to FS Students Unscripted. As always, I am Johnny Sprinkle, the student pastor at Five Stones Church, joined by...
I'm Caleb Peters, student coordinator at Five Stones.
Yeah. And we are joined today by two very special and important people. It is my wife and my mother. So what does that make you in this family?
I'm your brother, man.
Your That's so right.
I have an extra kid now.
Okay, so we have Chloe Sprinkle and Maria Schwartz joining us.
Woohoo! Hi.
Hello. Are you guys excited to be here?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Are y'all pumped?
Very.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how exciting is it to be on a podcast?
My dream. I want my own.
I love that. I love that so much. So why don't y'all just, for those who may not know, which of course everybody knows both of you so well.
Of course.
For those who may not know, would you just introduce yourselves? Tell us a little bit about yourselves.
You first.
Okay, I'm Maria Schwartz. I am in my 40s. I have that's for all you youngins out there. I'm a mom with 4 teenagers. I enjoy music. I like to exercise. That's kind of more of a recent thing.
Nice.
Yeah, I like reading, hanging out with my friends.
Oh, that's so cool.
I live in Wesley Chapel.
Tell us who your kids are. Tell us who they are and what grade they're in.
Okay, Tara is going to be a sophomore at Wingate University. Ava is going to be a freshman at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to say it. I think you're supposed to say something different now.
UNCC?
See, I think they don't want you to say
that. Sounds like the most proper way to say it, though.
Yeah, they said it's getting confused with Chapel Hill.
I would say they as in like the University of Charlotte?
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
the higher ups.
But that's where she's going. That's my alma mater and my husband's alma mater.
Ooh.
So, and then Jacob is going to be a sophomore at Union Academy, and Elijah or Eli is going to be a freshman, and he is home. He's schooled by me at home.
I love that.
Schooled by me.
Pray for him.
How does it feel to have 2 college kids?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Honestly, kind of sad.
Oh.
Like I'm gonna miss them a lot.
And it's like the 2 girls.
Yes.
Like I almost feel like having like the 2 girls, 2 boys. Like the 2 girls are now.
Yeah,
because girls are more chatty.
Yes, and I'm getting ready to be the only female in the entire house.
That's so true.
Except for our cats, I guess. We do have 2 female cats, but...
So there was a question submitted verbally last night, specifically for you.
Oh.
Who is your favorite child?
Oh,
It's giving.
I'm going to say whoever is being the nicest to me at the moment.
Ooh.
Who is being nicest to you at the moment?
Oh, it changes. They probably are all my favorite child during the day at some point.
So
and all my least favorite, too.
Right now, in this
Right
very
this
moment.
second.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a lot of pressure.
Most and least.
At least. Oh, no.
I'm kidding.
Okay. I'm going to say that Tara is probably my favorite because right now, because she's the one I most recently spoke with.
Mm.
And Ava is my least favorite because she is leaving to go to the beach with her friends. And
so true.
I'm not going to see her for 5 days. And then she goes to college. So,
And she asked the question.
of course she did.
She put you on the spot. So
Oh, I didn't know she asked. I thought maybe it was Jacob.
no, it was
I feel
Sorry.
like that was an Ava question.
Oh yeah, that's an Ava question. I do feel like a couple of the questions that were submitted might have been submitted by Jacob. They're not going to make the cut today. So
Good.
Okay, so introduce yourself.
I'm Chloe.
The most beautiful woman in the world.
I teach 3rd grade at Carmel Christian. Well, specifically, I teach language arts and social studies.
Cougars.
Roll Cougs. I am the oldest of 4, so I have 3 younger siblings. It was me, my sister, and then 2 brothers. So that was fun growing up. Big household. I have a dog named Margot.
with the T.
Yes.
Sweet Margot.
Sometimes I take the T off. Our vet was confused because they were like, so how is her name spelled? Because your wife is spelling it one way and you're spelling it the other.
And I took her, so I was like, we're
Were
going
you
with
doing
how
the T?
I... Oh, yeah.
Because it's
a
more
T.
like fancy,
Yeah,
It is more fancy to have the T on there.
for sure. Silent T.
sophisticated. Very.
And that's Margot.
Absolutely. She is sophisticated.
Yeah, so I have a dog. I'm a teacher. I'm the oldest. I also love to read. I'm a big reader. I'm on Goodreads. So if anyone else, are you on Goodreads?
No.
I'm a reader.
Oh,
My friend keeps urging me to do it, but I
No, you
haven't
need to get on Goodreads
taken the
because then I
dive
can
yet.
follow you, and then you can follow me.
Okay.
And then I can
It's just
see all your
another. It's
updates.
like another
Caleb,
social media.
why are
thing.
you not on Goodreads? Get on Goodreads so we can follow one another, man.
Are you a big reader too?
No.
Johnny? You should be on Goodreads.
He is.
You
I
read
am.
a lot.
I
Oh,
am.
I would
sure.
say though, Goodreads is a very approachable social media because there's really nothing on there except for I have started
Books.
this book
And what you think about
and
it?
like I have finished this book and this is what I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so like it's very. That's it. Like
Yeah.
it's not like there's no
Yeah.
videos, reels,
very simple.
pictures. It's very simple.
straightforward. Okay.
It's that
But you
and-
can like comment on each other's. Like if someone rated a certain thing, I'm a big commenter and liker. like on my
Maybe I don't need to friend you.
no, like on my friends, like when they update their Goodreads, I'll be like, ooh, like
All right.
Ooh,
it's always positive. Well,
for sure.
yes,
for
I think
sure.
so.
Do you
Or more
get
silly.
books through Goodreads too? or
Yes,
you-
that's why honestly you
Oh,
need Goodreads.
recommendations?
No, do you like buy them through Goodreads?
No. You
No.
don't
Okay.
buy them,
Oh,
but
no.
you can get.
But you can get really good recommendations because, like, if your friends say, "Oh, they want to read something," I'm like, "Well, I feel like if they would want to read it, I'd want to read
For
it."
sure.
So then and then you can make challenges.
Yes.
Challenges.
Yes.
I had no
Anyways.
idea.
So there's you do a reading challenge each year of I want to read this many books, and you can
Yes.
like work toward it.
You can work
and-
I
toward
have
it.
totally been doing that just on my phone to myself.
And then you can rate
I've been
it.
making my list, and I think I'm up to like 16 this
That's
year.
amazing, Maria.
Maria.
I'm
I
trying
love
to
that.
get to
What's
like
been your favorite
30.
so far? 30.
Oh
Excellent.
gosh. Okay, my favorite. I can't even remember the name of it.
Okay, or like, what's
Hold
your
on.
favorite? Find it. Yeah.
Pause.
She's downloading.
It's a
Goodreads
rom-com.
She
right
will be
now.
downloading.
I
Goodreads
really,
today.
really like rom-coms.
They're
It's
good.
just like a bit of an escape.
It's
I
fun.
like
Um,
I like books that are as thick as your face. I'm reading a 1,200 page book right now.
What is it called?
The words of
Not heard that
radiance.
phrase before.
Who is Radius?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's words of radiance. I don't think it's like
you just said radiance. Sorry, I thought
Yeah.
you said radius, like a radius of
Oh,
a circle.
no,
I was
no.
confused. Okay.
no. It's like a fantasy book. Like they're fighting
It's very large.
an
though.
evil. Yeah, that's where I got it from. Chloe held it up to her face and was like, "This is as thick as my face."
And then he was like, I'm in.
I'm like, I love this book. This is amazing.
Okay, I found it. It's called One True Loves.
Oh, I read that.
So good.
Is that Taylor Jenkins Reid?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
I liked that one a lot.
Okay, I need you to get on Goodreads.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause then I can like and comment.
do
say,
it.
Go Maria.
Get on Goodreads, Caleb.
I'm getting
Get
on
on
Goodreads right
Yeah.
after this.
Get on Goodreads. Come on.
Right after.
You got this. You got this. Cool. Well, we are so glad that y'all are here. Y'all are the first non-staff guest we've had. If you don't count our greatest episode yet, our summer camp episode.
Yes.
With the
where-
students.
That is-
Yes.
Which does feature Ava and Steele.
That was a
and
good one.
many other individuals. Yes, go check that out if you missed it. It is quite the moment.
We're also the first girlies.
Y'all are.
You are.
You
First
are.
females. We're Johnny's favorite.
That's so true. So true. Yes, so true. I'm just trying to think of who's listening to this and who's going to be offended by me not being like, no, but it's actually
Ava.
Amanda. I love you. So what we do here, y'all already know, but in case the listeners don't, is we have a bunch of questions that have been submitted this is the first time you're seeing or hearing many of them. And we just go through and see how many we can get through in however long we have. And we just kind of go. And so we want to hear from everybody. So feel free to chime in, even if you're like, I have no thoughts on this question.
Okay.
And so we're going to start with a couple of light ones. And then we're going to get into some of the heavier ones, because I do think there are a couple of heavy ones that I really am interested in y'all's perspective on them, because I think y'all are going to have some really good insight. So, all right, here's the first question. Oh, and many of them were submitted last night by our FS High students. I told them that you two were going to be on the podcast, and they submitted questions. So if you get...
How many of them were serious and how many of them were dumb?
Far more dumb.
Jacob probably sent in like 6 or 7.
The second one is probably my favorite question we've ever received outside of did Jesus have res, of course.
That was a really good one.
But
Excellent.
Ultimate question, right?
ultimate question. But the first question is, if God is outside of time, does he experience everything as quote unquote now? Even, we had a caveat, even my embarrassing middle school phase.
This was the easy question?
Yeah.
This is a silly question. If God is outside of time, does he experience everything as now, even my embarrassing middle school phase?
Well, what is now? Like, now isn't even...
Like this present moment, like
But that's part of time, isn't it?
2:49 p.m. on July 31st. Does he, if God is outside of time, does he experience everything, all of existence as right now?
As the current
as the
moment.
as the current moment. I'll go ahead and say,
You tell me.
jump in.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like there's probably 2 timelines going on. I was like the timeline that he knows and then he experiences. I don't know.
No, that's a good thought.
he
Yeah,
is
that's a
always...
good thought.
Oh, wait, he knows all about the future.
Yeah, like he's
so...
omniscient, so he knows it all.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
Time is happening. Like time
Time
is taking
is
place.
happening,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
taking place.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
So is he living and active in our awkward middle school phases right now?
Right now, or like in the past, was he?
Yeah,
I think it's
because I'm
right
not
now.
in middle school.
I know.
right
I'm
now.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not in middle school.
well, in context of this student, I think that's kind of maybe what they're getting at. It's like maybe they're in middle school and they're like
Maybe
even
I'm
through right now.
overthinking
No, this was a high schooler. A high schooler
okay.
submitted this.
Well, yeah, whatever phase you're in.
I mean, he
guess.
was. Yeah, I feel like he was probably active when you
Mm-hmm.
like. He was active in your life.
Yeah.
When you were in middle school, just like now that you're in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think it's
No.
both and. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I think we know God exists outside of time,
Mm-hmm.
but we also, like, we're a temple for the Holy Spirit. So God is with us, present with us during everything that
Mhm.
we go through. So, but what that exactly looks like, I think it's kind of impossible to say. Like,
Yeah.
does God only experience everything in the now? No, because he knows, like you guys were saying, he knows what's coming. He knows the past, the
Mhm.
present, and every outcome that's going to come from that. So that's outside of time, but he does exist in the now, I would say too, because he's with us presently. If he didn't exist in the now with us to a certain degree, he wouldn't be able to be active in our lives.
Yeah.
So I think it's a both and in a way we quite can't understand.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
would say.
No, I love how the Bible describes it, where it's like every moment of our life was written in his book before time began.
Mm.
Correlates very well to our book. I wonder what God's good reads are like. Anyways,
Does he read?
Jesus, get on good.
does Jesus read? I don't think, I mean, he's not illiterate, so he can read. Does it? I don't, sidetracked. I think he sees all of time evenly, and I think he interjects into the present moment, like now. Like, he sees all of time as a book, and yet he interjects in the present moment that we're in.
It's
and
like
so-
a double timeline.
Yeah, kind of what you were saying earlier,
like-
where there's like the above
But
is
it's like
happening.
millions and millions of timelines, because we're all
It's kind of like that.
so many
multiverse.
different lives.
Yes, the multiverse. I was like, what is that Marvel thing? I'm like,
No.
there's a Marvel thing where it's like, no, wait, it is though, because it's not just me.
Mhm.
It's my
Sorry for the
timeline
boom.
and yours, and yours, and yours, and all the billions of people in the world.
But I think that's all like stacked on top of
the now.
Yeah,
the
that's all
book
now.
that he has. He has
Yes.
all of the lines in the book are our time. And so he sees all of it. You know what I mean?
Maybe the top timeline is like it's the same. Like this timeline is one big one for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
and then like your own personal,
Maybe. Or
because he's
maybe like
personal to you.
or maybe like God's up here, and like you were saying earlier, God's up here and he sees it all. But
Mhm.
then there's like this little lines going and he just like jumps in.
This was
Well,
kind of a hard question.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. But I think
I was expecting
the
us to spend more
person's
time
point-
talking about the embarrassing.
Well, that's what I was
middle
about to
school
say.
phase.
I think if you think of like this person's asking, was God active in my awkward middle school years? And it's like, I mean, obviously he was, but I think God uses good and bad and all of it to shape you into who you are in the future. So
Mhm.
even, if you weren't a believer or if
Mhm.
you, I don't know, were crazy when you're in
Mhm.
middle school and now you're a senior and you see how immature you were, that kind of thing.
Yes. And I don't think he's like, to answer the question, I don't think he's like going back and replaying your embarrassing moments and just laughing like a weird
No, yeah.
America's Funniest Videos like host or something. So I do think he's experiencing now, but he's also in the future. He's outside of it. He's outside of time. The question I really wanted to ask with all of this, we got way deeper than I expected. I was just trying to be a little silly, is what is the defining element when someone says your embarrassing middle school phase? What immediately comes to mind for you? What was your choice? What was your decision? What was happening that it's like, that's like, I buzzed my hair in 8th grade and that is my embarrassing middle school. Like I look back at myself and I'm like, you are ugly. you look so bad. For you guys, what is your embarrassing middle school?
I mean, I had glasses and braces for 2 of the years.
Mine wouldn't really
That
be
was hard.
physical. I mean, I did have braces. I don't know if I had glasses. I think that was elementary, but mostly like I can tell you from, in middle school, you have middle school dances. So 6th, 7th, 8th grade, maybe like 3 or 4 dances a year. I think I cried at every single one of them.
That's a lot of dances.
Yes, that's
Oh my
really
goodness.
embarrassing.
Oh.
It is. It's
Why did you
just
cry?
ridiculous.
Was it
About
because you were-
boys? It was
Oh.
so stupid.
Oh,
I was like
I
terrified
laugh
of
about it
boys.
now.
I wanted to be their friend. I didn't like if there was any rumblings of like liking, I
You were
was like,
out of there.
oh my gosh. It
stay
overwhelmed
away.
me.
Stay away from me.
I did have a boyfriend in 8th grade, and I don't know if it was just awkward, but bless my heart. Like I was always like, if he like wanted to be near me, I was like, I was like, okay.
Goodbye.
Give me space.
If you like wanted to hang out outside of school, I was like, with people, right? I was like, oh gosh.
Oh my goodness. That's
If
funny.
he finds this.
I'm sure he's listening on bated breath.
Uh-huh.
Caleb,
Caleb, what's
Yeah,
your
Caleb,
embarrassing?
what's yours?
Yeah, I don't know, Johnny. I think mine might have been my hair too. I feel like I went through not so many different hairstyles, but like looking back at old pictures, it was like, what was I doing?
What was the worst?
I feel like there was a period, it might have even been after middle school, but like I had it really long on top and did like a 1 on the sides, and it was just it wasn't terrible, but like looking back, it was so disproportionate, just like super short
So,
on the
like,
sides,
all of
super
the-
I think a
long
lot of
on
kids
top.
have that.
all around. But did you let it?
No, like
just-
1 all the way up to like the part up
Yeah.
here, and then like I did
Oh.
a spike for a little bit, which
Oh yeah, there you go.
it was all right
yeah,
Like
yeah.
a faux hawk type thing, or like a
with a spike,
what's a spike?
like just
Like a
some gel
Oh,
just
your
goes
hair
straight
straight
up.
up. Okay,
with
yeah.
a comb and
Okay, yeah,
just goes
yeah,
straight
yeah.
up. But yeah,
Hmm.
I can't really think of any other. Not that I didn't have embarrassing.
Have you
moments,
ever
but
had a mullet?
Mm,
Even
That's a good
though they're
question.
really
Nope.
popular and cool right now, but they
I've
are
never had a mullet.
hideous.
I did not have a mullet. I had
You
like
kind
Yeah,
of
you
did.
kind of did for a little bit.
I liked it.
Wait, when did you have a mullet?
Fun.
there's just something I have against the concept of having a mullet.
Yeah.
It was last fall, right? When
Oh,
you had
no,
your-
when you had your
No.
long hair?
Or was it this
Yeah,
winter?
It was
This
winter.
winter?
It was
Yeah,
like when it
this
was
winter.
really thick and just
Mhm.
growing longer and the back's starting to fall
It was not a
up.
super obvious mullet.
Yeah.
But
No, it wasn't.
it
was an
had
undercover
the
mullet. It was
an
ingredients.
undercover
Yes.
It wasn't like, I mean, there were some kids at Fuge that were like
Uh-huh.
down past their neck.
Oh,
in
there's
the
kids
back.
at school with
They definitely went to the
Full-blown
barber and
mullets.
said,
Uh-huh.
give me a mullet.
yes.
I mean,
yes.
to each their own, I suppose, but not for me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is definitely the most unique question we've ever gotten. If you could, and this was for you guys, so I don't know. If you could press a button that gives you a grilled cheese sandwich every time you're sad, but it also gives a squirrel somewhere sentience, would you do it?
What is sentence?
What is
like,
sentence?
The ability to think and process.
Like
and
they can speak and they like have a human mind.
Okay,
So out of
so when you are sad,
You press a button,
you get a grilled cheese.
but somewhere a squirrel gains sentience.
Absolutely.
Totally.
I feel like that's a no-brainer. Like, that's cool for the squirrel and great for me.
Is it cool for
Oh.
humans?
Is it cool for the squirrel? Like,
Yes,
what's
it's
the
cool for the squirrel. That's funny.
what's the life of a squirrel like with sentience? I guess over the hedge. Like
Yeah, no, it's like every, I feel like Pixar movie come to life.
true.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, but then they're just going to get hit by a car.
No.
Well, if they have sentience, they'd
Well,
probably be able to.
No, they're going to go get a job.
Do you think once they hit the button, it's like they have sentience, whatever that word is? Is it for
That's
life?
Sentience?
Sentience.
Or is it just in that
Sentience.
moment they have it?
No,
Wait.
I think it's for life.
Oh,
That's
okay.
weird.
So
No.
the squirrels might start overpowering the humans.
Yeah.
Well,
But they're not very smart. Even if they could
and
think,
they're tiny. Like,
Yeah.
But you gotta think
If
every
need
time,
be.
every time you want a grilled cheese, that could be like 3 times a day if you have that button. That's 3 squirrels.
I don't want to grilled cheese that often, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
was
maybe
gonna
that's where it's like,
I was going to ask how like grilled cheeses, where do we stand?
oh, I love grilled
I
You
cheese.
love
love a
it.
grilled cheese. I just feel like I very rarely.
You're not feeling one when you're
The
sad.
only time I get grilled cheeses are at school.
Oh,
If like I don't, if it's
full grilled cheese?
oh, it's delicious. They use like 4 types of cheeses.
Oh,
Our chef is
Maria,
kinda-
their chef.
Oh,
like,
But it's like
the fancy private school.
yes,
It's really
yes.
good.
It's not Porter Ridge, Sun
Yeah.
Valley,
Yeah, we'll
like
have the cheese. stick
American
dippers.
cheese,
Yeah.
unmelted.
there's like sourdough, and then they use like 3 kinds of cheeses in the middle. It's
Oh wow.
so if I forget my lunch
It's a,
and
it's
I'm
a
not
solid
feeling the
option.
like,
Do they have it every day?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like one of the
It's
a
like
la
one of
carte
the
options.
Choices.
Yeah, or it's like one of the little a la carte things that you can
Mhm.
like.
Well, this is
But that's it.
this is kind of embarrassing to admit, but they make these grilled cheeses that are frozen.
Oh,
Lily's American grilled cheese, or they have pepperoni in it, or they have
Oh,
all
it's
these
like a little Hot Pocket?
little cheeseburger thing. No, I mean it's kind of like a hot pocket, but it's real bread. They are actually delicious.
How do you heat them up? Like in
you
the oven?
you microwave it for 30 seconds and then you put it in the toaster.
Ooh.
They are like really good, and
Nice.
yeah, I
Lily's.
I
I've heard
kind of
that
was a little
brand.
bit addicted to them for a little
Are
bit.
these like
It's
at
good.
Harris Teeter? Just
Yeah.
anywhere?
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, they have them pretty much anywhere
Lily's.
I've been.
Nice.
Sponsor us. That'd be great. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like I should have more grilled cheeses, but I want them in the winter. Like I
mean-
want them. Growing up, we always had grilled cheese with vegetable soup, and I love
Tomato soup.
Tomato soup is good
Mm.
too. Yeah.
I'm
Grilled
not a
cheese with-
tomato
with
soup
tomato
fan.
soup.
But like a lot of
Or
soups,
any soups.
I'm down
Or
with
grilled
some
cheese.
grilled cheese. I need to make some more this coming winter. All right. Any other thoughts about squirrel sentience?
It's just kind of a weird
What's
question.
what's the IQ we're thinking of a squirrel? What's the over under on an IQ for a squirrel?
I think it could be a range. Like we could have some
Oh,
What
really
is a
smart
good
squirrels.
IQ? I don't even
And we could have
like
some
numbers
squirrels
on
who
a
are just
normal
living their
human
best
test.
life.
What's a good IQ?
I think about 14.
Okay.
14?
What's the highest?
No, I was
No,
about
it's
to
not.
say what?
I was like, no.
Like I thought it was higher than that.
I don't know what a good high IQ is. I have no idea.
I'm
I
gonna
think
look.
it would be a range.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like a Pixar movie. I think that's a good, like you said earlier. I think that's a good way to think about it. You're gonna have your Nemos or your Marlins.
Nemo is so cute.
Marlin, who's like we just watched Finding Dory, so it's on my brain. You're gonna have your Marlins, who's like a nerd, the stingray that teaches, squirrel teachers. Could you imagine? And you're also gonna have your Dories, who are just kind of idiots.
Yeah.
Dory is not an idiot.
She just doesn't have a good memory.
I know. She just has short-term memory loss, but Dory is not an idiot.
She's very deep.
Caleb just goes,
Yes. Have you seen Finding Dory? She has
seen it.
Oh, she's fabulous.
This says an average IQ is 100.
okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot
On the
about
next
that.
episode, we need to take an IQ test live. and
Oh,
then
wow.
reveal it.
Oh, live. Okay.
Oh, Lord. Never mind. We're not doing that. All right.
So interested.
Here's the next one. Again.
You'd be the Dory.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm roasted.
All right. Next one. Thanks. We asked for you guys. How tall was Jesus and could he dunk?
He probably could dunk because he's God.
I mean, yeah.
Like he's all powerful. So like if he
He
wanted
has the
to, he
ability.
could.
Yeah, but I don't think he did dunk.
No,
But
like there
was
was a
there even-
basketball.
Yeah, I was about to
Is
say,
his
was there even
ability to
basketball?
dunk though, because he humbled himself
His-
as a human. Does that apply to the humbleness part, or does his ability to dunk? Does he still keep that godly ability? You know what I mean? 'Cause,
I
like,
don't feel like I don't know why in my head I don't feel like Jesus was super tall.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like
No.
he's a pretty average
Well, I think the average,
height. What is the average?
I think
height?
like finding bones and doing archaeological stuff at that time, like the average male height was like 5'5"
Oh,
for a
Wow.
Jewish man in the ancient Near East. Like that's one of the things that when they talk about Goliath, like was he like 7 feet tall or 10 feet tall? Because David was like 5'6", and so a 7 feet tall to 5'6" is like
Yeah.
you're
giant.
staring.
you are a giant.
You're like headbutting their chest. So
Did you learn all this in your giant books that are as big as your head?
no, I think I
Probably
can't
a
remember
class.
where. Maybe a class. I think I watched an interview from the House of David, and they talked about it a little bit too from that Amazon show. which was
I think he
pretty
probably was
solid.
just average height.
Yeah.
I don't think he particularly dunked. I don't.
I mean, there's no reason why it would be beneficial for him to dunk. I don't
No.
think so. I mean, for his
Except
purpose
just to,
on
like,
earth.
show off.
it's one of his miracles. It's
Yeah.
when they
day.
talk in the Bible about like we could fill all the books of the earth. One of them was dunking, and they just never got to
He
it.
did a 360 between the legs. It's like, one day, people will be really impressed by this. Everybody's like, "What are you doing?"
It wasn't
and
a
also,
story
like,
yet.
it
but-
helps no one. Yeah. This helps no one. But I have a cool trick.
I just picture him doing it like, oh man, Chloe, you might be the only one that gets this. That George Bush thing where he's on the
No,
golf
watch
course.
this drive.
There's a clip of George Bush when he was president on a golf course, and he's like, "We will find these terrorists. We will do blah 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 blah."
That was right after
And then
9/11.
and he's like, "Now watch this drive," and he turns around and he's on the,
I've seen that.
he's on the tee box.
I forgot about
Imagine Jesus be like, "Blessed are the meek." Now
Now
watch
watch
this
this.
360 dunk.
Watch this dunk.
I like to. I'd like to
They would
think
get some street cred.
Peter's like, "Lord, what are you doing?" Okay. Well, that was. I don't know what that was, but
Watch this drive.
oh my goodness. Okay. Next one. Here's a more serious one. Okay, we're gonna ease into it.
No laughing. Serious.
No laughing. How can we identify the lies from Satan and the world? As Christ followers, how can we identify the lies that we hear from Satan and from the world? Anybody want to jump in immediately? You can go ahead.
A wise one. What would you say?
I mean, I would say the Bible, by knowing the Bible.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to know if it's fake is, or if it's a lie, is to know the truth. You can't really know the truth. I mean,
would
no
start-
lie if you don't know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think too, like anything that probably gives you like an emotion of like that's sinful, like pride or things like that. That's probably like, or shame. That's probably like a good indication. Like, okay, I think I'm believing a lie right now. I think I'm hearing a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what I was going to say is the word. I mean, if you don't have that basis, when those thoughts come into your head, what are you going to put it up against? You know, like you have to have some sort of basis for truth. And if you don't, then that thought's just going to meander in your head and you're going to be more apt to believe the lie because you have no truth to compare it to. But also like the God-given morality that we're given, like without even getting into the word, there's things that we know are wrong just from God giving us that morality. So those times where you feel like something's a little bit off, or like Maria was saying, like things are prideful, or you feel like you shouldn't be doing something, that's, that is of the Lord as well. Even because there's plenty of times where you can feel like that and never have read the word. Like we as children show those capacities to know right from wrong because our Heavenly Father has given us those abilities. So I think, it's a both and with that, plus, of course, prayer, like ask for wisdom to be able to discern those things.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think, Chloe?
Oh, yeah, I agree. I feel like, and that's why what you said of like the word, it's why it's so important to know the truth. Because if you don't know the truth, you have nothing to put up against the lie. So then the lie feels like a truth. Ooh, that makes noise.
It's okay.
But it's like, so then the lie will feel like a truth. And so in order for the lie to not feel like a truth, you've got to know his word so that you know the truth, or you can at least recognize and say like, okay, that does not go, with what I know God says, or who his character is,
Yeah. I think, I'm sorry. Did I cut you off? Oh, okay. I think all of that's, I mean, there's very little to add. I think we can't underestimate like what y'all were saying, especially with the feelings that we get involved, the work of the Holy Spirit in revealing what is truth. Like he's to be the counselor. I think in John, he talks, Jesus is talking about the Holy Spirit and he's like, he will help you remember things. He will help you know things and understand things. And so relying on the Holy Spirit for sure. But then I would also be cautious of what the world of like the things that you see, like when it causes really, really heightened emotions, like, and you feel like, I specifically think about this with like how the world will try to paint certain things as like, well, that's not sinful. Like, look at all these people that it affects type of stuff. And like, we need to have a balance with our emotions. Like we can't allow our emotions to determine what is true and what is not true. However, they are incredibly important and they can kind of be our signals of this is something that I need to take note of. Maybe this is something that I need to dig into a little bit more. Why am I having this like gigantic response about something? Because honestly, like we read about things in scripture and then it can become a whole lot different when we encounter people that are experiencing it or we experience it in our own lives. Then it can cause us to question the truth and it can cause us to, like, we have that foundation to go back on. But at the same time, our emotions can be so manipulative at times that it's constantly bringing that to the Holy Spirit, bringing that to scripture. I mean, I think a simple thing to also do is just to talk to people that you trust. Like, hey, I'm kind of hearing this. I don't really know what to make of this or how to go about thinking about this. I mean, honestly, submit a question to the pod. You know what I mean? Yeah. shameless plug. Like,
that's true though. Like making sure you have the right people around you so that like having, places to bring a certain light to and just like, okay, please like help tell me the truth. Cause sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And someone can say like, oh, well, actually, in God's word or in, this is, and they can help because sometimes it's impossible to know everything.
Oh,
absolutely.
It absolutely
It is impossible.
Like to have people around you that are wise.
I think too, where that community comes in and helps really well is it's not, we talked about this in a previous podcast episode, but it's not the truth and the lie that sometimes is told by the enemy is not always so cut and dry. Like the attack gets more manipulative. Like the enemy doesn't continue to attack you the same way once you become wise to it. It's different ways.
It's rarely an outright lie.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
it's
truth.
it's a twist.
Twisting
Right.
of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you have the word, you have prayer, and you fall back on those things. But like Chloe was saying, I think community too, to have other people speak into it to help you identify what is it? Is it a half truth that you're being told and then with a lie in it, or is it a half lie, half truth, whatever it may be? Because that's what makes it the hardest to kind of, or the easiest, I should say, to fall into it, because there is a part of a truth there that you see, you know? So
it can be very confusing.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other thoughts? Okay. Back to not a silly one necessarily, but it's also not the most serious we've ever gotten. What is one thing that you are oddly competitive about?
Everything.
A lot.
Yeah.
Right now, pickleball.
But that's not odd. That's not oddly competitive.
Oh, oddly.
Yeah,
Okay.
what's like oddly competitive? Oh, yeah. Everybody's competitive about pickleball, I feel like. Do you play pickleball? Are you? Any? No.
I don't know how to play pickleball.
That's okay.
I need to learn, though. I would like to learn, but I'm not going to learn when it's 90 degrees outside. So
No,
I'm going to
no.
wait until the fall.
Wait till
fair.
the fall.
That's
And
fair.
also,
Yes,
you
yes.
don't have to give in to peer pressure. Like, you can be your own person.
For this, you should. It's fun.
You can just pickleball seems like more of a sport that I could get behind, though. I'm not a big. I
It
didn't grow up
is.
doing sports besides gymnastics growing up, and running. So I don't really know much about like team sports, but I think I could.
It's a
get into
relatively
pickleball.
like easy sport to
Yeah.
join.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I love that you get to like slam things.
Yes.
Like that just
That is one of the best
really
parts,
nice
I will say.
sometimes. You
Yes.
know, it's like very tension relieving.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. So, what are some odd things you're competitive about?
I
Like you could answer.
yeah
Better
yeah.
for
Oh,
me
you
than,
answer
like-
about Chloe.
I know, like than me.
What are some odd things we're competitive about, or you are competitive about?
Me. I'm more competitive, I feel like, than you.
Yeah. Yes. Do you have an idea? I'm thinking.
Yeah, oddly, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's many times like in interactions with my siblings, I've jokingly been like, I bet I can do this faster than you. And it's
Yeah.
like something stupid like
I
the
know.
dishwasher or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like every time I can time myself or in my head be like, I bet I can do this in this amount of time. I can't think of one specific example right now, but I know I do it all the time.
The only thing I can think of is like relationships are just like my most important, like everything I think of goes through the framework of that. And so I think sometimes I can be oddly competitive. Like in growing up, I definitely was this way. I want to be the favorite friend. I want to be the favorite student in the class. I'm not
resonate
really
with that.
competitive about much else besides that, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
relationally want to be really close to people.
Yeah.
There's been times where, am I still answering for you?
Sure.
Yeah, do it.
I remember there's been times where it's like making the bed. She's like, I just made it so much better than you. And I'm like, why did this become a competition? All of a sudden, like, she's like, look at how straight my side looks. And I'm like, okay.
Good for you.
Congrats.
I'm very glad.
I'm very glad.
I feel like it's more, there's more situations like that where you'll just make a couple of comments.
I have more like niche competitiveness than like maybe outright.
Yeah.
Like
You get pretty competitive with Mario Kart.
Ooh.
I know, but I'm not that good.
Yeah.
So
I used to
y'all-
be a lot better.
Do you get competitive with games?
like sports?
No,
Or like board
not sports, but like
games?
board games. Yeah.
I feel like yes. It depends.
Johnny is nodding.
It depends on who
Yes.
we're with.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it depends
Okay.
on who's there. Like if it is
Yeah.
like a girls versus boys thing, like
Yeah.
100%, like the boys are going
Girls
down.
have to win.
The girls will win. Like, but yes, I feel like it depends on who we're with.
And they do.
Like if it's just
They always do.
you know, like there's other times where I don't really mind, you know,
Yeah.
winning or losing.
I don't like playing games with people who like trample their opponent like so
Yeah.
fast. It's just not even fun to play with them. So like
Yeah.
really 2 days ago, my husband Andrew and I were playing Phase 10.
Oh,
And
yeah.
hard
Love
game?
that game.
he went out so fast in every round, and I quit after the third round because I had like 300 points and he had none. And
No, at that point, it's
there was
not
no
fun.
coming back, and it's
Yes.
not fun. So
Yes.
yeah, and there's a couple games like that. Like Andrew is just so good at them, and he
Yes.
always wins. Sometimes we have to give him a handicap, like you
Wow.
are not allowed to do this
That's
because
smart.
it gives other
gosh.
people
Yeah.
like another chance to be able
And
to win.
is he just really good, or is he very competitive?
No, he's not really that competitive. He's very strategic.
Oh.
It's like
so on games that
his-
require strategy, he's just like,
Yes.
he's good at it.
and he figures out how to make this work the most efficient, effective, and then but he's very secretive too. He won't tell anybody his strategy.
Oh. Okay.
So you can't like
So he
steal it
hides.
from him.
That's
Yeah.
tough. Yeah, I really I've shared this story before. Nick Bailey.
Oh my
Hello.
gosh.
Oh.
Hello.
Another special guest.
Come on in. You want to say hello to the podcast?
I'm always down to say hello.
Wave at the camera. It's our
You're
first
over
video.
there.
Nick, what is something you are oddly competitive about? Oddly.
Oddly competitive.
Step up to Maria's microphone.
I don't know. What are you guys oddly competitive about?
Chloe's competitive about folding
Making the
sheets,
bed.
making the bed.
I can make it better than him.
Loading the dishwasher. There's a right way and a wrong way.
That would be my answer.
And I am the king at packing as much into the dishwasher in an efficient manner where
Amen.
everything still gets clean.
Yes.
That is Johnny's competitive.
I was about to say that's mine. I'd want to load the dishwasher. I'm like,
If I start loading it, like he'll just be like,
I'll reload it.
I don't load it that bad.
Because of course I'm passive and I'm not gonna say anything.
You're not
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
be like,
you did it wrong.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna go and do
Meanwhile, I'm like, your sheets weren't as good as mine.
awesome.
I will let it be known that it is
I
done
will
correctly. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. All right, man.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt y'all.
All right. No, this is awesome. I love that.
Nice
Bye.
addition.
Okay. Well, that was Nick Bailey.
Stood outside for he was like, oh.
You should have a little sign, like
Recording in
quiet
progress.
recording. Yeah.
While we were talking about it though, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. It's okay.
Favorite board game.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm like like just a game to play, or should have be board.
It can be a game.
Okay,
Video
I
game.
like
too.
card games better.
yeah, I'm like she's a card game
Code names.
girl.
That's mine.
I love
Codenames
code
is
names.
amazing. Love Codenames.
And Phase 10, honestly.
Phase 10 is good. Phase 10 is really good.
I love Clue.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh.
I've
played that
always
forever.
really enjoyed playing Clue.
That's why you're my mom, because that's what I was about to say. Like that's probably my favorite board
Yes.
game. I love Clue.
Oh, and the other one I love is Taboo. The one where you like
I love
anything
those.
where you
Yes.
have to talk a lot and you're
Yeah.
yelling and stuff and reading people's minds, sort of like partnering up,
Yes.
or charades
Yeah.
or things like that. I like that kind of
Yes.
stuff.
I like-
Drawing, no.
Oh,
Cannot draw
Like illustrations.
any. Well, that's actually
illustrations is fun.
meant to be
pretty funny.
hilarious.
It's
So
pretty
there's no
funny.
like right or wrong
Yeah.
for
Right.
that. So I actually really like games like that. That there's no winner. There's
Yes.
no right or
Yeah,
wrong.
it's just fun.
It's just fun to play.
Mhm.
I think why I said Codenames, I like a team game
Yeah.
Mhm.
where like I'm on a
Yeah.
team and we're,
I
together.
also like
More so.
Life, the game Life.
Uh-huh.
It
These
is
are
a
all the board games at my grandparents' house growing up, because that's like the main space I played board games. We didn't play a lot of games when I was younger. Like in my house, we didn't play a whole lot of games. So, I mean, I like a good round of Texas Hold'em. That's fun with chips, not money, of course. I've
On-
actually never played for
On the
money.
bus on the way to camp, the boys were playing. I don't know if it's Texas Hold'em, poker, but they were playing with pieces of trash.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that was what they were like bartering. It
Oh my
was
gosh.
that's
really
funny.
weird.
Oh
did
yeah.
what?
Well, speaking of that, I think Logan started it, but it's the game where you hold the card up and you have to guess which one you are. I don't know if you played it with them,
I played
but
that.
it was so simple, but it was so fun because you get to see everyone else's cards but yours, and then if people have
Oh.
a match, you just you have to guess what order from least to greatest you are.
I don't know what
Yeah.
that
What's
is.
what's it called? It's
I don't even remember the name.
one that Dave was talking about the other day.
Who?
Oh, I don't know.
Our friend.
Who's Dave?
I'm not sure. Shout out to
The least to
Dave
greatest.
Spence.
I forget what it's called.
Okay, a
Um,
shout out to my small group.
Hey.
One night we played, this is the rising sophomore girls,
Yeah.
but they were freshmen at the time. And one night we played this weird color game that Nicole had at her house. And like we were so divided on it. Like half of us hated it and thought it was the dumbest thing we've ever played. And then half the people really enjoyed it. And we still, every time we get together and are going to play a game, it's like fighting back and forth if we're going to play the stupid color game. And I was the whole time trying to make there not be a winner. And
Oh.
Nicole doesn't think anything's fun if there's not a winner.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Wow.
she's super competitive.
I could see that. I could see that. I was trying to think. There was another game I was thinking of that I really enjoy. I like Fishbowl.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Great
I like that.
fishbowl. Love it.
Categories.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
I like ping pong.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I do like ping pong.
Do you
But I
like
don't play by the rules. I mean, I just like to hit it.
Wii ping pong?
I haven't played Wii in
Mario
a
Kart.
really long time.
Which one? The one on Wii Play where it's just the hand moving back and forth? Or the...
No, the OG
Wii Sports
with
Resort.
the Wii Sports.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
I think the only thing I've done on Wii Sports is the bowling, and I was really bad at it.
My
And
favorite
it's
was
just
tennis.
so dumb.
That's, yeah.
I used to play your brothers in the golf all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've probably spent enough time on this one.
On the games.
on this question.
I don't even know what the original question was.
What is something you're oddly competitive
Oh,
about?
yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here's another one, a bit more serious. Is it wrong to escape to a fantasy world because you feel like you don't even belong in your own community? Not necessarily that you don't belong at church, but just among your peers that are in church. Is it wrong to escape to a fantasy world because you feel like you don't belong in your own community? I just have to say first, this question makes me sad. I mean,
Yeah.
it's I hate that you feel this way, whoever submitted this question. I know it can be hard to find community, especially in high school when people are kind of figuring themselves out and everything, but I hope you continue searching for it because it is worth it and you will find people.
There's so many different kinds of people in the world.
So
There's
many.
someone who
Mhm.
will get you,
Yes.
and you'll get them, and you'll just click. But
Yeah.
it takes a while sometimes to find that.
For sure. So is it wrong to escape?
I would say that the word fantasy is
Mhm.
probably what's like most concerning there. It
Mhm.
depends on what you mean by fantasy. If
Yeah.
it's something that is sinful,
Yeah.
then yes, that's wrong. If it's you're laying there dreaming about flying or something like that, then maybe that's not wrong, but it might also not be the best use of your time.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess I'm curious too on like when this is happening. Like, is it when we're going to whatever the fantasy, if it's just like I'm trying to escape reality,
Mm-hmm.
like, is that happening at home? And so it's like I'm thinking about like, my friends either at school or church. And so when I'm home, instead of thinking about that, I'm escaping to reality. Or if it's like in the moment, in person, I am not present with you
disassociating.
because, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like it's not innately, come to your point, like it's not innately wrong that you are feeling that. Like you're feeling that for a reason,
Yeah.
but then staying in it, I guess, isn't really helping.
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's necessarily helping you.
You're-
To your point of like, maybe just go find, like, there's someone out there that maybe like you click better with. And so instead of feeling trapped that like I have
Yeah.
to stay with a certain group, and that could be anywhere, like church, school,
Mm-hmm.
friend groups, it's like you don't need to feel like I have to stay with this maybe it's like certain friend group if I don't feel like I belong, like
Yeah.
go find, like, everyone deserves to belong
Yeah.
somewhere. And so like, but don't let it hinder you, I guess, from
Right.
finding that
Yeah. That was my
belonging.
biggest thought is like, is it taking you out of if you're disassociating when you're around people. And I wonder with this question, I wonder if it's like in your mind, like, are you reading? Are you going to your phone? Are you like
Yes.
watching videos rather than like
That's why I feel
fantasy
like
world?
the win is
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
feel like is what's getting me is like, is this
Yeah.
happening in real time or is this happening?
I think it's a little bit hard too because if we're talking about when you're at FS middle or FS
Mhm.
high, there is a limited number of people there. And
Yeah.
so you really might not
Mhm.
find your person that
Right.
gets it. But that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you can't learn from other people and enjoy them,
Yeah.
even if you don't quite understand the way they think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still, I wouldn't shut myself off to that, like, and go to another world just because I don't necessarily click with someone.
Yeah, that's the biggest concern, right? Is the shutting yourself off from the possibility.
Yeah.
Because there might be somebody you just might not know because you've kind of closed yourself off from everything.
Yeah, like disassociated so much
Yeah.
to
Well, the
where
opposite can happen too. I think you can have your person that you feel so comfortable with,
yeah.
and you just literally talk
That's
to
so
them
true.
all the time, and you
Yep.
don't get to know anyone else.
That's
So, I
also
mean, I
true.
think that could also stand here.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, I mean, I think the examples y'all gave were something I wasn't thinking about in terms of like, escaping in the mind. When I thought of fantasy, I immediately think like you're playing games a lot or your phone, kind of like what Johnny was thinking. And I think those are good examples too. But the biggest thing too is like, one, like Maria was saying, you need to be able to identify if what you're escaping into is sin. And if it is, like, absolutely that's wrong. But on the other hand too, like, there's a certain space for whatever you're doing as long as it's not sin. Like if you're talking about times where you like to enjoy some video games or movies or your phone, that's absolutely fine. The point you have to watch out for is when it becomes a distraction and it's keeping you, I think Chloe went into this, it's keeping you from your goals that you're trying to achieve. So if you are really set on, stepping into your faith and trying to work on your confidence and you're praying for wisdom and seeking friends, but at the same time, like you could be praying about those things, but at the same time too, you're not taking the action towards those things. You're not stepping through the door that God is opening for you.
That's where like
Because-
the word escape comes in. It's
Right,
like you're
right.
avoiding,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're just wanting to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're right. We all do it in some way,
absolutely.
Yeah.
in some
Yeah.
way, shape, or form. I mean, I love to go back to the gigantic books. Like I love reading it and kind of getting lost in like this made up world, this story, whatever. I've always been captivated by grand stories and everything. But that's not something like if Chloe is trying to talk to me when I'm reading or something and I choose to engage in reading and just ignore her time and time again, like sometimes that might happen. It's not good, but it might happen. But if that becomes a consistent thing, then that develops a pattern, and then that develops, honestly, like other people don't have the opportunity to know you. Like you're closing yourself off from so many different people. So I'd say it's something that to be cautious about. Like it's not something that's inherently bad necessarily, depending on, like you were saying, Maria, what you're thinking about and everything. But it is something to monitor, especially again, if you are kind of struggling to find that community and everything in those moments.
I like what Caleb said. Like, think about what you really want and what your goals are. Like, I would say, like being uncomfortable. Nobody wants to be uncomfortable. But the goal might be worth being uncomfortable
Yeah,
for a little while.
sure.
Yes.
So, it's not necessarily wrong, but it's not helping you to grow as a person, grow closer to God, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And especially like with anxiety being so high nowadays, like I think it's important for us to remind ourselves, like so many people are trying to avoid all anxiety in their life. And like there's necessary anxiety. Like when you go up to a group of people you don't know, you're going to feel anxious. A majority of people, maybe not like McCants. He's not going to feel anxious, but like, but like everybody else, a lot of other people, and he would too in some scenarios. Like, there's going to be some anxiety, and part of growing up and developing as a middle schooler, high schooler is learning when to kind of fight through that so that you can get to those goals like you're talking about and get to the other side of it. And, you know, hopefully develop some incredible friendships and people that love you and care about you. I'd say the biggest thing that it's bad about is it just like takes you off the board, and we need everyone. God created every single person with value and with purpose. And there's somebody out there for you, like as a friend, as somebody that can care for you, as somebody that would love you and everything. And if we just consistently give in to escapism, we're removing ourselves from the possibility.
And we're also like removing that possibility from other people that might be the person, you know, that needs you and you're not engaging. So
people don't know who they don't know. Like you never know what kind of opportunities are going to come up. And I think specifically for me, to kind of speak into this a little bit, like something I struggle with is overthinking. So in terms of me trying to improve on talking to people, going up to people, it's very easy for me to step into a group of people, especially people I don't know, and like think I want to, let me go meet these new people that are over here. And then my mind will go, no, they're busy talking to somebody else. Or you can go a million different avenues down your mind to convince you not to do something. And 9 times out of 10, those people are not thinking the same things you're thinking at all. In fact, they might, in terms of thinking your exact thoughts, they could be thinking the same, they could be having the same worries that you are. And it's very easy to get secluded into that mindset of everybody doesn't want me to say anything to them. And they don't want to be bothered and all that. And that's absolutely not true. And when you're trying to take those steps, don't all encompass it into this one major, like you have to do this, like in one go or one gathering that you go to, like take small steps. That doesn't mean you have to like write a list down of like where you should be in a month, but just try to, like, when you go somewhere or you're going to FS High, FS Middle, or FS, or, you know, young adults or wherever you're going and you're meeting new people and you're in gatherings, especially if you're trying to be in community, like say, I'm going to go talk to one new person today. Like I'm going to try to make that my goal and just like kind of keep mental track of like where you're going, what you're doing. And like Maria said, it's uncomfortable, but those uncomfortable things, that's how you know you're pushing yourself, and you got to continue to exercise that.
Well, it's trial and error when we're meeting new people.
Right.
Like, are we going to mesh? And again, and that's how it is, to your point, like that's how it is for everybody. Like, is this person going to get me? Are they going to understand my jokes? Are they going to get my references? If you don't know The Office, I can't talk to you. That's like half of my vernacular. Like, you know, no, I'm joking. But it is like, it's trying and kind of feeling your way through it. And it takes time. Yeah.
I think another practical step is like to let your leader know. Because I think sometimes too, kind of what we've said earlier in the conversation, like you don't know what you don't know. And so maybe there is someone either in your grade, maybe there's someone in like a different grade that is like, you know what, like as leaders, you know, we know a lot of the students beyond just who are in our small group. And it's like, so even if it's, hey, maybe there's no one in our small group, but like, you know, like the grade above, like tell me your interests, tell me your like, you know what, I actually think you might be really good friends with them. Let me go introduce you, because then a leader and let, you know, because they can say like, I'll introduce you, like, or I'll make it discreet, or I feel like I do that a lot as even like a teacher. Like if a student comes and says like, I'm really struggling with a certain friendship. And if after a while we've tried to, you know, work it through, it's like, well, how about I help you as like the adult in the room, like find a new friendship. And because I know your likes, I know your interests, I know. So I would even encourage that too, of like going to your small group leader, and maybe and voicing it, and they can help you.
Yeah. And the flip of that, if you are a student that regularly attends FS Middle or FS High and you see somebody sitting separate from everybody else, we see it every week, you know? Go up to them. It doesn't matter if you're a junior and they're a freshman, or, you know, whatever it might be. Like we all want somebody to include us, we want somebody to want us around. And taking that initial step, I think, is an essential way of showing the love of Jesus, because that's exactly what he would do. He would go to people that nobody else would talk to and just be like, hey, what's up? Sometimes they would become his disciples and sometimes they wouldn't. Like, I'm not saying that you've got to immediately become best friends with them, but just bring in people and be on the lookout for it. Like, that's something that we need as a student ministry to be on the lookout for, of if there are individuals kind of on the outskirts, our students, just bringing them in and welcoming them with open arms. And we've seen it happen before, and it's led to beautiful friendships and like long relationships and everything like that. But it takes having some initiative. And so, any final thoughts on that one? That was a good one. It was a really great question.
It's a very good question.
Okay. Bouncing to
Another
end
funny
of the
one?
spectrum. Does God have a favorite color? And if so, is it something we've never seen before? Does God have a favorite color? I have an immediate answer for this, but I'll save it.
I think you
I
should
feel like I
say
know
your
what you're
answer,
gonna say.
because
Go ahead,
I
Jen.
would say I have no idea, and I don't really think about that.
I know. I've
Bro.
never thought about that.
God's favorite color is Carolina blue,
I
baby.
knew
That's
it.
why
Oh
he made
my
the sky that
goodness.
color.
That's not what I thought.
I knew he was going to say
go.
Tar Heel Blue.
Tar Heel blue. That's
Tar
why
Heel
the
blue.
sky is Carolina blue.
And his least
Go
favorite
Tar
color
Heels.
Is
Duke
is
blue.
Duke Blue.
Duke
Because
blue.
it's the Devils. Just let that conviction set on you, Duke fans.
I've never thought of that question, so I don't know. But I do think there are colors out there, like, that he would know of that we don't. That like one day
Oh,
in
yeah.
heaven we'll like, wow,
Yes.
maybe
Yeah, I
see that
completely
we never
agree.
saw.
I completely agree. I remember when I was in middle school, we were on a mission trip, I think to Detroit, and we were in the back of the bus with my youth pastor, just asking him the most off the wall, like a lot of these questions. I'm sure I asked him that grilled cheese question. And he was talking about heaven, and for the first time in my life, I heard somebody say something like this, where he said, imagine that there are colors that are, because we are in sinful, fallen states of existence, that one day when we are perfected, like, there are colors that we haven't been able to process or see, that there are harmonies that we haven't been able to hear that are more beautiful than we could imagine. There's taste of food and drink that, like, we could never comprehend, because not only is our soul fallen, but like this body is fleeting. And so I was like, 7th grade Johnny was like, I was like, I just wanted to
My mind is blown.
That's
ask you.
deep.
Yeah, that's real deep, man. I just wanted to know if this one girl liked me or not. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. Anybody have any other thoughts about what God's favorite color could be?
I don't know. I was trying to think of like the common colors in creation that he uses. Like, why aren't trees purple? You know,
True.
like there's green. There's the blues you just talked about. There's the orange with like the evening. I don't necessarily think that's his favorite color, but why choose those as the dominant?
Or what if, like, because, like, to my knowledge, like, colors they weren't named. Were colors named, like, in the Bible? Like, did God name colors? I don't think so, right? Like, humans,
There's some
like, green is green because,
Yeah.
like, a human said
yes,
green is the color green, right?
There's some colors listed in early in Genesis, but it's like onyx, which, I mean, that's
Like, if we get to
black.
heaven and green is actually purple.
Oh,
God's like, no,
it's
you had it
he's
wrong.
like,
got it wrong.
he's like, y'all have been colorblind this entire time. I was gonna say purple, in honesty,
Purple.
because like a lot of the royalty imagery
That's
we
true,
see in
that's true.
Revelation and everything, like he's got purple on and stuff, and that's a good one. That's Porter Ridge color, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of it's kind of interesting too, because purple is not a color that you see a whole lot in
Yeah.
nature,
Yeah,
but maybe it's heaven's color.
Well, it's associated with royalty
Ooh.
often.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or,
yeah.
like, yeah. Interesting. I've never thought about it, though.
That's
Heaven's just
fascinating.
purple. That's
What's God's?
Heaven is purple.
We're gonna write a book.
Let me tell you, when like Minecraft kids find heaven in the or Revelation in the Bible, they just like lose their mind, because it's like emerald, lapis lazuli. It's like all the things. It's It's like, oh my gosh, gold streets and everything. What do you think is God's favorite song? That's not
Whatever the
The one
whatever
of
the angels sing to
Revelation.
him 24/7. They
Where
just
does
sing
it-
holy, holy, holy.
Where does it say that they sing?
Or no, they don't sing it, do they? They just say it.
I don't know,
Mhm,
but
that's
isn't there
right.
a song?
That's one of my favorite like Bible gotcha.
You were trying to get
Charlie's
us.
like,
He's
well,
kind of
they're
competitive
vernacular.
about that.
Literally, like he thinks he's better.
Stump you on Bible trivia.
They
No,
don't
that's
sing,
just-
they talk.
That's just one of the things
Okay.
that people have consistently pointed out to me. They're like, it never says the angels sing anywhere in Scripture. They are proclaiming.
But humans sing.
They do. They do.
Okay.
They do. No, I was just saying in a response to him. I don't know what God's favorite song is. He probably
But
has
yeah,
one.
there is that. It's. I feel like
The
it's-
church clap.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
no,
Wow.
that needs
I'm gonna,
to like.
I'm gonna need you to leave. This is
That
Caleb's
needs to
last
die.
episode.
That song needs to go
It's
away.
probably a song we've never heard before,
That's also
I
true.
would think.
Probably Jesus Take the Wheel. or Christmas Shoe.
No, it's going back to the colors.
Shoot.
It's probably a song we've never heard before, on a melody we've never heard before.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so true.
With colors we've never seen before.
So true. Okay, that was dumb. But okay, not the question. Just all of us afterward.
Just
Okay,
us.
Chloe's not allowed to answer this. You might not be allowed to answer this.
Ooh.
Oh.
What is my middle name?
Oh,
Dang.
Do you know? Do you know my middle name?
I'm like picturing.
I don't know why somebody asked this.
Yeah. It's not Alan, is it?
No.
No.
I don't think I've ever been told.
He's like, I plead ignorance.
can I give a hint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First letter G.
George?
Close.
Gervis?
It's what?
Gervis?
Is that a name?
I did know someone named Gervis. He's much older though.
A first name?
Uh-huh. Gervis.
It's Gregory.
Is it?
Gregory.
Gregory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now, everybody else, what's your middle names?
Are we just saying them or are we guessing?
We
No,
can
let's-
guess.
Guessing might be hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guessing might
Okay.
be hard.
Mine's David.
David.
Okay.
Caleb David Peters.
Isabella.
Oh,
love
you
your middle name.
look like a little Isabella.
I love your middle name.
Love
Chloe
you, Isabella.
Yeah.
Mine's Rose.
I knew that.
Maria Rose.
That
Maria
really
Rose.
flows well.
Mm-hmm.
Like Maria Rose. That almost sounds like it could be like a one namer.
I was named after my maternal great grandmother.
Oh.
That's where Rose came from, at
Okay.
least. Yeah.
So a family
Nice.
name, is David a family name? Like
Yeah,
obviously
it's
a
my
biblical name.
grandma's dad on my mom's side.
And
my
yours was
great-grandfather.
family name.
Yeah, it was my uncle.
Mine was not.
Yeah. You were
It
the.
was just beautiful.
you
My fun
and-
fact about me is that I was a nameless baby for 4 days.
Really?
4 days?
They had
Oh,
9
yeah.
months to kind of think it through, and they liked to.
They didn't point
That
out.
So
was
for
a
4
long
days,
time.
And she's the first one.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
was the
that's when
first
you've
one.
got the
Yeah,
most
'cause you-
ammo in the name.
Yeah, because you run out after a few.
Uh-huh.
How'd they refer to you for the first 4 days?
Baby.
Like the baby. I know.
Our
I'm like,
daughter.
I don't know if I need to ask my mom. Like, did you try out a couple different names on me to see?
Yeah, what fit?
what fit? I mean, they had names like they had
Yeah.
lists.
Did they know that you were a girl or a boy?
Yes. They
Okay.
they knew I was a girl. So I think I don't know if
She's
it's kind
told
of
us.
agree.
She's told us an alternate name recently because I was like, "Wow, that is."
I think
it was
it was-
a wide swing in the other
I think
direction.
it was Jennifer.
Oh,
Was it Jennifer?
No, I didn't think it was Jennifer, but I thought it was a
Maybe that
very
was what Grandma wanted me to be
old timey name.
Oh, it was my grandma's name, Ardella.
Ardella.
That's my grandma's name. Maybe it was. Maybe that's where the Isabella came from. Because I got the. Who knows? Anyway, but yeah, that's my fun fact.
Wow. Okay. There you go.
I was in the hospital with no name.
And your youngest brother, Isaac, duh for me, not everybody. He's the only other one that doesn't have a family name, right?
Yes, oldest and youngest don't have family names.
And the middle two got
The
all
middle
the
two
family
got lots of
names,
family names, yeah.
including Anderson, who got 4 names:
Yes.
Joel Anderson, Rick, or Bennett.
Whoa.
Shout out
And
to
they're all
my
family.
shout out to my brother-in-law. Okay, well, all right. Thanks for sharing your middle names on a podcast. Hope that doesn't come back to bite you. Okay. Is it normal to not immediately go to God when in a dilemma? And then there's a second part to this question, but I'll just let us answer that one first. Is it normal to not immediately go to God when in a dilemma?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
humanly,
Yeah, I'm like,
yes.
thank you.
Like
Yes.
typical, like typical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
it's very
most
typical.
people don't.
Yes.
Yes.
Most people don't.
It's not like your first thought.
Right. Even Christ followers.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
It's very natural to go to other people.
Go to other people, try to figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
Disassociate, like we talked about earlier. There's all sorts of places, all sorts of ways that you can go. Is it the right decision? No, which leads to the second part of this question. What is something I could do to practice trusting in God? What is something I can do to practice trusting in God?
Wow.
You know, what's really helped me with this, I started it in 2022, summer of 2022. I started writing down big moments that God's worked in my life. And I just recently went over and read over 3 years of major moments of blessings and even hard times, like writing down what I struggled with that day, what I was going through, what I was thinking, times where I felt like God, like why I was still in a certain space, and to get to go back and read all of those and see how those prayers have been answered or how, things are still being waited on. Looking at your past and how God has been faithful in that helps with your trust in him for the future. It really
Faith and
does.
Future Grace. That's a John Piper book.
Oh, I was like, that's
okay.
some bars.
Yes.
Like, you just dropped. I was like, whoa. You're standing in business.
Oh my. Oh my.
That is funny. Yeah, that's really good. Looking back, what else? What is something to do to practice trusting in God?
I think I had two immediate thoughts. My first one is very similar to I have a 5-year prayer journal where you can see, the prayers you prayed on that exact day, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And so that has been incredibly helpful because it goes along with what you're saying of like, on the best of days and the worst of days, I can kind of see what I prayed a year ago, 2 years ago. And sometimes it is cool to see because God has answered it. It's like, wow. Like, and there have been times where I'm like, wow, thank you so much. Like you answered that prayer in the way I wanted. Sometimes it's you answered that prayer and like not in the way I wanted. And sometimes I'm still waiting on the answer to that. But it is like, I feel like that was one of my immediate thoughts. And then my other immediate thought, something that I think I've been having to learn and practice the past year is because in order to trust God, I think you have to, like, trusting in him means that you can see his goodness. And so sometimes when you struggle to trust, at least for me, I can only speak for me, but like when I have really struggled to trust in him in the now, because I think something too that I know I've experienced is I'm like, I know God's got me 10 years from now. Like I trust he's got me 10 years from now, but like, do I trust him for today? Like, does he have me today? And I think that's been a big thing. And so when that's happening, when I'm questioning him in the moment of like, I know you've got me 10 years from now, but like, do you see me? Do you, care? Are you trustworthy now? I've had to really remind myself like, okay, where is God good? Because I think sometimes when I am personally, if I focus too much on the areas I don't trust him, then I stop almost like seeing his goodness. And when I stop seeing his goodness, then he's even harder to trust. Because it's like, well, if I can't, and it's just this pendulum swing. And so I've had to actively work the past year on like, finding God's goodness wherever I can. And the really small things and the medium things, the big things, but like finding, and then like thanking him for it. Because isn't that what they say, that gratitude is the like antithesis of anxiety? Is that a thing?
We've
Or
heard
fear.
that. Yeah, we've heard that anxiety and
they
gratitude can't exist in the same
Okay,
space.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they can't. So it almost kind of goes on that of like, if I can find God's goodness and then I can thank him for it, then it's like, okay, like it almost goes to like, if I can find his goodness around me, it can help build my trust. But it's totally normal to, I think it's also totally normal to like not always feel it. And that goes back to the first question we were asked of just like the emotions and something lying to you. Because I think sometimes it's easy to not feel the trust, or I don't feel like trusting him today, or I don't feel his goodness. And so speaking the truth into that of like, okay, he is good. Where has he been good in the past? Where is he good now? Even if it's something small or if it's something totally different. But I think finding his goodness helps.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's really good.
I completely agree. I think put yourself in opportunities to prove that he is trustworthy, I think is another thing that I would say. Like if he tells you to do something, do it and watch what happens.
Yeah.
Like I think if, we think about people that have done great things, quote unquote, great things for God. And that's rarely the first thing that they've ever done for God. And they've established that trust over time. Like they have been obedient in the small things. I think of what Jesus says in, I think, I can't remember which gospel it is, but like the giving of the talents. It's like some of the, one guy gets 10, one guy gets 5, one guy gets 1. The guy that gets 10 multiplies, the guy that gets 5 multiplies, and the guy that gets 1 just buries it. And Jesus in that parable is encouraging us to be obedient to what he has told us to do and use our talents and gifts for him. And I think it closely parallels to this of like, if God tells you to do something, go do it and see how he moves, see that he is trustworthy, that he is worthy of your obedience. I think that's a different side of the coin to necessarily the like fear and anxiety type of thing. But I do think it's an important one where, like, if God tells you to go talk to somebody, if God tells you to take something out of your life, if God tells you to end a relationship, if God tells you to go to this school, which is another question we're going to have in just a minute, or whatever it might be, God gives you a direction. That's the entire story of Jonah. Like, don't run from him, but lean in obedience to what he has and see him to be trustworthy. As Ephesians tells us, he can do abundantly beyond all we could ask or imagine. So be trustworthy. Even when you're in the middle of a dilemma, be obedient to what he tells you to do. And I think it's kind of like one of those weird things where it's like chicken or egg, like what comes first with
like
trust.
Action, and then maybe you'll feel like you trust him.
Yeah.
Not always you feel like you trust him, so you move forward. Yeah.
There's times where it is, but then there's times where you've got to take steps of faith, and that's why it's faith. And then he proves himself to be trustworthy. Yeah.
I think also like reading biographies or talking to friends and hearing about...
On Goodreads.
Hearing about God's faithfulness to them, ways that God has showed himself to them, that can help you build trust as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. This does kind of segue into our next one. How do we know what career to choose as Christians? I don't know what to do after high school. How do we know what career to choose as Christians?
I also think, just to preface, like that's very common. And I think sometimes it's easy to think you are alone and not like at the age of 18 or 17 that you have to know what you want to do for the rest of your life. And like, it's okay if you don't. And then I feel like we'll talk about what to do next, or like what to do. But it's like, I think sometimes I see a lot of kids just get so paralyzed because I don't know what I want to do for the rest of my life. I'm like, it's okay. Yeah, that's common, and you have some time to like figure it out. Like, don't feel be proactive in figuring it out, But like, but it's okay. So first off, maybe like it's okay, and it's common. You're not alone. In that thought.
I think a large reason for why that is, and I've talked to a lot of people about this, students and adults, is I remember coming up in school, like you get to 8th grade, and teachers, counselors, everybody starts talking to you about where you want to go to college. And that mindset is just continually, like, once that starts, it's like, okay, wow, I need to start thinking that far ahead to where I want to go. And I don't think it's necessarily meant like out of malintent, like to get you to get in that mindset all the time. But since we are kind of conditioned, I'll say, to start thinking in that way, you know, we immediately go to, okay, well, I'm out of high school. I got to know exactly what career I'm going to be in until I retire. And that's just not going to happen most times. It's not. And even if you do kind of find that out, you know, it can change, you know, like it can change in the next couple years. But to go into your early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, and you're still trying to figure out where God wants you to fit. I think, like what Chloe said, the important thing is to just keep moving forward, to approach it prayerfully and kind of narrow down what your passions are and where you want to be. There's so many options, you know, to go into. I think along with how much colleges push in 8th grade, like there are trade schools. You do not have to go to college like that. You absolutely do not have to. There are plenty of options to go other places. And I think it's so easy for culture today to be like, you must go to college, you must go to college. But you know, that's rough, because a lot of people end up going to college and then they spend all this money, they have all this debt, and then they come out and they're like, what do I do now?
No further along.
They're
figuring that out.
Right. And they go into a degree that they weren't even interested in, just because either people told them to go to college or they wanted that college experience. And just be very careful about falling into that. It's very easy to fall into that trap of that. Just seek community and seek guidance with it, and ask others what they see in you, like what gifts they see in you, and start to like explore those a little bit. It doesn't mean like you find out you have a gift for teaching and you got to go become a teacher immediately. Like go get involved in a job that maybe allows you to do that a little bit and see how you like it. And Johnny mentions this, and you mentioned this in your sermon yesterday. I really liked it, just how following God and going where he wants you to may not necessarily mean that you have the greatest salary or pay, which is so true. And it doesn't always mean that, but there's going to be points and moments where you'll get somewhere, mostly in your career, and you'll be like, wow, I never would have imagined I would be here. Like, I can tell you guys confidently, I've never thought I'd be in ministry. I never thought that, but I love it.
And here
it's
you
an amazing,
are.
and here I am. It's an amazing experience.
On a podcast.
On a podcast. Yeah. And, you know, I don't know what my career is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. I just don't. And I don't think most people do. So,
well, and I think it's kind of the same as like finding the one. Like,
yes, it's very
there
similar.
isn't necessarily like one right answer.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're only going to have a happy life and a life honoring to God if you do this specific thing. I mean, I do think God calls people to specific things sometimes, but it's not the norm, I don't think. And so I would say like marrying, no, I hate that word. Sorry. That was kind of a weird, I don't know, like grouping together. Think about your passions, think about what you're good at, and think about your values. And, you know, try to find something that you might not hit all three of those all the time. Like you might not really be passionate about it, but you're good at it. Or you might be, probably if it goes against your values, that's like a deal breaker there. Or your priorities or things like that, you know, depends on what season of life you're in. And I don't know, but I think just not the point of just moving forward and trying things is important to be able to figure that out.
Like take every internship, work in tons of different odd jobs when you can, part-time type stuff, like try out a lot of different things, because I mean, I've talked to so many people that are like, in my mind, I thought this is what I wanted to do. And then I actually got into that office and it was like, absolutely not. Like I cannot do this.
That's the biggest thing I would say. Like a really practical step is like go spend a day with someone in that field. Like they'll let you do it all the time. Like people are more than happy,
lots of questions,
and more than willing to let you shadow them for a day. And like you might not get all your answers answered in a day, you know, like because, you know, on someone's work day, but like it is a really eye-opening experience to like go, and if you want to go into the medical field, like go shadow for a day, or education, or broadcasting, or whatever it is, like lawyer, accountant, whatever. But like,
And it can definitely, I mean, it probably is going to change.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Yes.
figuring out what you want to do for maybe that's a good way to think about it is, I don't know if you should feel the pressure to figure out what you want to do with your life, but maybe figure out what you want to do with the next 2 years.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Because it really will. It'll change as you meet new people and get in new environments. And
I mean, my mom graduated with a degree in accounting, and her first job was like this fancy accounting job in New York City, and now she's like a director at a school. But like of just like, and then she was a realtor at one point. How it's just like God can take you everywhere.
And the same with like this person is kind of talking about college/career type stuff. The same is true with your major in college. Like there are opportunities to change that, to shift, to take intro classes. I remember when I was in college, I tried to take like as many intro classes as I could of a bunch of different subjects and everything, as electives and different things like that. And you get an idea and you get a picture of like, is this what I want to do? Is this what I want to dedicate all this time, money, effort, all of that into it? But I really liked what you said, Maria, is like, I don't think there's just one specific path. That doesn't mean that God doesn't know what we're going to do or what's going to happen and everything. He certainly does. But I don't think that I think with this question comes underneath rumbling of anxiety of like, what if I miss God's like plan for me? And I'm like, if you're living in obedience, like submitting to him, I don't think you really can. Like, I don't think it's going to be like you missed that train type of thing. It might seem like that to you for a little while as you're figuring things out, but I don't think he's not going to leave you in the dust. Be like, all right, well, you didn't take that accounting job, so enjoy working a terrible job for the rest of your life or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's part of the reason it's so hard is because in our mindsets we think of God's provision as this linear track.
Yes.
Where we talk about doors open or close. It's like one door is open or one door is closed.
Yeah.
And there's times where 3 or 4 doors might be
so
open
true.
for you.
Yes.
So true.
And they all might be right decisions.
Yeah.
Like, they might all work.
Yep.
And you like what you have to trust is whichever one you walk through, especially if we're talking about an example where they're all right, is if you're not supposed to be there past a certain time, God will then close the door for you. That's where you have to continue to rely on the Lord is he's going to show you when you need to move on, when you don't need to move on. And especially with careers and the jobs you're in, there's going to be, like Maria was talking about, values and where you want to work. There's going to be times that you're working that you don't want to be there. It's not the best job. And like, that doesn't necessarily mean that you should quit right away just because it doesn't fit every perfect thing in there. Like there's times there's times in your life where we have to kind of stick it out for a little bit and kind of see where God's leading us. But yeah.
And there's always something to learn in every opportunity.
Yeah.
To your point, though, that was something my parents they had a conversation with me about in choosing a college because I was really worried. I was like the last one in my friend group. Everyone knew where they were going to college in like September, and I did not. Like it took me a while, and I had narrowed it down to 2. And I remember feeling almost paralyzed by like I just don't know which one is God's plan. Like I don't know. And to your point, I love the triangle you gave of like values, passion, and
like gifting or
giftings,
things you're good at.
Yes, and it was like both schools aligned in all of those. Like it's not like well, one school might lead you down, like a certain path. It was like both schools were great. They aligned with my values. They aligned with what I wanted to major in. All these things. And my parents said they were like, I think God has given you 2 open doors. So don't like. And so they were like, so walk through one and like. And that's okay because I think I got so stressed of like he is opening one door and I don't know which door it is.
It's like you have to pick the perfect.
And what if I pick the wrong one? And so they were like, no, God's given you 2 open doors and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it really took a lot of pressure off me of like, okay. Like it kind of helped change my mindset on feeling so much pressure.
It's crazy how
pick
powerful our mindset is with that stuff. And
Yeah.
looking at it in different perspective can relieve so much of that.
Yeah.
That stress.
That's good. Any last thoughts on that one? No? Okay. We have just a couple more. Well, Only one of them will take us any amount of time. This next question is I have some questions about this question.
Yikes.
Can God microwave a burrito so hot that even he can't eat it? Number one, why are you microwaving a burrito?
Yuck.
Why are you eating a frozen burrito? Let's not do that. Number two, why are you assuming God likes burritos? Do y'all like burritos? Do y'all all like burritos? You
Burritos are good.
do? Y'all burrito people?
I don't like beans in my burrito.
I don't like
No,
beans in my
no.
burrito either.
But that is not my choice of how to eat what a burrito
I'd rather have a
contains.
taco than a burrito.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a bowl than both of
Oh,
them.
I would definitely
and
rather have a
bowl.
bowl.
Me too.
You're a nacho man. Aren't you a nacho
well,
man?
Yeah, but that's like a
Nacho's
whole other
priority.
category. Like, I'm trying to convince someone to get some nachos later for dinner, but we'll see how
Wants
that goes.
tacos for life.
Tacos for life.
Oh, so good.
That's what I'm talking about.
You should say yes, Chloe.
Yes.
Queso there is
Let me
so
just
good.
say, just to give some clear context, Tacos for Life is right by my school.
Do you get it a lot?
Yes, and so like they'll get it either it's been catered in, or if it's like the team can go out for lunch, it's like Tacos for Life, and so I feel like I have it all the time. So every time he wants it, I'm like, no.
Maybe try something new and
Our
different.
burrito.
But it's
The
what?
The one of the Arboretum.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
But it's summer.
I
There's
know.
been no opportunities to
so
eat it with
true.
the
Yeah,
team.
you've had a dry phase, so you
Yes.
should
I'm just saying.
Did you guys?
indulge in the
Just
tacos.
saying.
It's not that I don't like Tacos for Life.
Yeah, no, I know.
Sometimes I get
Yes, very true.
You get a
Much
little
of
sick
it.
of it.
And then I get sad.
Did y'all
So-
ever try their watermelon punch that they had?
No.
Ooh,
What?
that sounds
It
delicious.
was
Okay.
insanely good. But anyway,
We can try that tonight. This is like
After his list,
Anyway,
this is like
burritos.
this is like the question: can God create a boulder so big he can't pick it up? Like these types of questions. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
God can do whatever he wants.
He can, but he can't create something that he can't control.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
Mm.
there's a
Which
few
is
things.
nothing, right?
Yes.
And there's nothing he can't control, so he
Right.
can't control
So he
something
can't-
that he can't control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like there's something he
It's a
can't
s-
control.
yeah.
So
yeah. So it's kind of like circular. So no,
Yeah.
He
It's a
he
theological
cannot.
paradox.
Yeah. Because contrary to popular opinion, there are some things God can't do. He can't lie.
Mhm.
He can't be out of control. He can't sin. There's a lot of things he can't do. He can't create something that he can't control. So he can't control this. So therefore, I don't think he would. Like a burrito so hot you can't eat it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like the food in
there's-
heaven are better than microwavable burritos, just personally.
that's also true.
Also, like, does God eat?
Now you're getting to the questions.
Man.
I don't
Probably
know. I mean,
not.
Jesus, I'm sure, Jesus ate on earth, but
Mm-hmm.
in
Like in
heaven?
because he doesn't need anything.
well,
to
there is a
sustain.
feast.
There's a feast,
think-
but is that a metaphor?
Yeah. And is God partaking in the feast if it isn't a metaphor? Like, is he actually eating or is it just all his people? I don't know.
Or is it like
it's not
if
enough?
he partakes, is it just out of choice and not necessity?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't need the food
Yeah.
to sustain, but he can
It's
still
definitely
choose.
choice. Yeah.
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 I think we'll eat in heaven just for pleasure.
I agree.
I
Just
think we
because.
will.
I think we'll eat in heaven.
Won't that be the amazing? You can just keep eating. You won't get full. You'll just be like, man, this tastes so good.
Well,
And the food is going to be perfect up there.
If that's how it works, I don't know.
yeah, I'm not sure that's how it's going to work. Are we going to have to use the bathroom in heaven?
Oh,
I mean,
this is
what's the plumbing situation up there?
Well, up there, well, I mean, we'll be here.
You know what? You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Heaven come to earth.
Yes.
So everybody,
as earth as it is in
mhm.
heaven.
There you go. He corrected me. I corrected him.
That's
1-1.
man. That's why you're my
I'm
brother.
glad that the sword is even.
That's why you're my brother. You might have just stepped
Can you tell
on
I'm
a
competitive?
little. You might have just stepped on a little bit of what our fall retreat theme is going to be.
Oh.
Something that you might have just said.
On earth as it is in heaven.
The key listeners will know. It's not finalized.
If you're still listening.
yeah, if you're still listening at minute 133.
Oh, my.
We're about to hit the record.
What is? Wait, what
Has
is
it
the
felt
record?
that long though? Like, has it felt long?
No.
No.
That's not all.
What's the
It goes
record?
by quick. What'd you all say earlier?
It was 1:30, 1:30, and then 1:50.
Oh,
Ours was
I think
almost 2
McCann's-
hours.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna fit. I don't think we're gonna hit 150. We can keep adding questions.
Try me.
I mean, it's
Microphone.
okay.
No, I'm
okay.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Logistical question. It's 4:12. What time do y'all need to go?
I have nowhere to be.
I don't have
I'm
a
going
time
home
either.
just to get cleaned up and come right back here for young adults. So
Okay. I mean, if y'all want to just keep going, we can keep going through some questions. It's
But are
no-
people going to listen to
Yeah,
it
no, no,
all?
no.
They might be bored by
okay,
now.
okay.
It might be done.
One thing you're not competitive about is having the longest podcast episode.
Yeah.
All right, here's we have 3 more questions.
Okay.
One of them this is the last serious one.
Okay.
What do I do when I do not feel God?
Oof.
What do I do when I do not feel God?
That's hard.
And very real.
Very real.
mhm.
I think I'll just go ahead
We've all
and
been
start. Start by saying every single person who has been a Christ follower has felt it.
Yeah.
Every single person has felt as though they cannot, quote unquote, feel God. Yeah.
And I think there's also like seasons in every Christian's life where you do feel
Mm-hmm.
extra close to God. Oh, my
Mhm.
headphones are popping off here.
Oh.
Okay, wait a minute. So, and then there's times where you feel nothing.
Yeah.
And it just is seasons and
Mm-hmm.
it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what I would say is try to lean into see, they're popping off again. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
There we go. I'm better now. They're like sliding down the back of my head.
Don't mind me.
Like leaning into ways that you really connected with God in the past. So if that's music, if that's through the word, if that's through serving, like kind of try to lean into that and maybe like let the pressure off yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And the expectation, like there's been times in my life where I have like had an hour deep study quiet time every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like then when I kind of get away from that and then I feel like I don't feel good anymore and I feel terrible about myself. Does that mean I need to go dive right back into having an hour quiet time
Right.
with all the concordance and all the things every day? I mean, I could, but I don't need to feel the pressure for
Right.
that. Like start small
Mm-hmm.
every day. Like McCann says every week, like take 5 minutes
Mm-hmm.
and read God's word.
Yep.
It will change you
Yeah.
and you'll get back eventually
Yeah.
to the passion you once felt. But yeah, it might take time and it's okay. Like you don't need to be ashamed of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very common in Christian circles to be embarrassed by that or to try to hide
Yes.
that you don't
Yes.
feel
Just feel
good.
shame
Yes.
about it.
Yeah, to feel like either you did something wrong or
Yeah.
you're not as strong of a Christian as other
Yeah.
people.
Right.
And reading the word is definitely like the answer to that to help you. But even as a Christian Christians who read the word every day, you're still going to feel
Mm-hmm.
like you don't, like God is not near. And that's where our faith is proven, is through times where we continue to pursue God and all that we are when we don't feel it. They're through both the good feeling and the bad feeling. We continue to pursue God as much as we can and to lean on him during the times that we just don't feel like it. And there's what's really hard about it is there's huge, like Maria was saying, seasons. Sometimes it feels like a day or two, and other times it can go on for months. I mean, maybe years. I'm sure it's a long time for a lot of people, and it's hard to feel connected during that time. And it's just a reminder that it's, especially as you dive into your faith, it's saddening because you're like, I want to be. You have those mountaintop moments, like we've been talking about, it, like Fuge or something, and you're like, I want to feel that all the time, and we can't yet because God hasn't come back to take us home. And you're like, man, I just don't. It's like days like that. You're like, just come take us home, Lord. Like I want to feel that all the time.
Yep.
Because I remember I think it was back during COVID, like us being inside all the time. My mom was just like, man, I want to go home. Like, I just want to go home. And I'd be like, what? Dang, Mom, like, it's really nice here. Like, I took it the wrong way, and then as I've gotten deeper into my faith, I'm like, man, now I know what she means.
Yeah,
like,
I know what she
because there's
meant.
those days you're just like, just come, Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it's I'm reading a little book right now. If you follow me on Goodreads, you can see
A little
more about
one.
it.
It's a little
Not a
tiny
big
one.
one.
It's
a
literally
tiny
like
one.
it's like 80 pages.
Oh,
it's very,
I like
very
those
small.
kind of books.
And it's called The Practice of the Presence of God.
Oh!
And what?
Brother Lawrence?
Yeah. Are
Yes.
you reading it?
No, but I read it in college and
Really?
loved it. Yeah.
I know. I'm really enjoying it.
It's a really good one.
Mom.
I should have gifted it to you.
I know. But he talks about in there something that I've tried to implement. I've only been reading it for a little while, and I'm reading it very slowly because it's really, really tiny. But he talks about practicing the presence of God, and he kind of lays out this map of like setting before God very plainly and very honestly, like, here's where I'm at in this moment. And I think that's, we read that scripture of pray without ceasing, and we sing that song, like bring everything to God in prayer and stuff like that. We probably don't sing it here. It's a hymn anyways. But like bringing it, I think that's where I would start. Like, go to him and say, I feel nothing from this. Like, I'm reading scripture. I want to encounter you. I don't really feel any type of life in my spirit right now toward you. And then, as Nick says fairly often, and he quotes a pastor in Texas, Matt Chandler, like, find what stirs your affections for Jesus. Like, what makes your heart come alive in worship of him? Is it singing? Is it going out in nature? Is it spending time and having good conversations with people? Is it digging into scripture? I mean, it should be all of these things at some point or another, but really lean heavily into those things, especially in those dry moments. And I think what y'all were saying earlier is so key. Like, do not beat yourself up about it. Don't feel as though God has abandoned you or anything like that. My counselor once said we are never abandoned by God. God is always with us. So that's the caveat. But to feel abandoned by God is to be in good company. Because Jesus felt abandoned by God on the cross. My God, why have you forsaken me? He's quoting David. We read through the Old Testament and we read about Abraham and Moses and so many others. We read about Peter turning from God. Like, all of these men and women that we read in scripture, so many of them encountered moments where they're like, where'd you go? Again, one of my favorite passages that we just talked about a couple of weeks ago at FS High is 1 Kings 19 with Elijah. Like, it has the mountaintop experience, and then right after just plummets to the depths of a depression. Like, it happens for each and every one of us. Continue to pursue him, continue to look to him, and bring it to him. Honestly, we feel like we have to clean up our prayers with him and be like, oh God, you are so good. And, all these things, we have to fill all these things. And like, he already knows what's in your heart. Like, if you're like, God, I'm kind of frustrated about all of this right now, bring that to him. I don't understand what's going on. Like, I'm trying really hard. Like, bring that before him. And again, like I was saying earlier, watch what he does, watch how he speaks.
And I would almost like take this a step further and say, if you have not experienced that before and you've always felt close to God, be careful of your judgment of other people and be supportive. It needs to be safe to be able to say that. And I don't think it is very often. Like, people are too embarrassed and ashamed. And if that just pulls you away further and further, because you're being pulled away from God's people. So,
because they're met with, what sin? Are you holding on to?
Yeah.
Why? How
are you
have you
doing
been-
wrong?
Yeah. How have you been
Yeah, if you could just-
disobedient?
Yeah.
Like,
If you could just pray more, if you could just have more
Yeah.
faith, if you could
Yeah.
just, it's all about this effort and you're trying really hard. It's
And-
like, that's literally not the point.
And God is just not all about our feelings.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
that's hard. I'm a very feeling person, and that really is hard for me, but he really is. He doesn't want all the time for me to like feel a certain way, because that's not faith. And
Yeah.
the verse I like quote all the time to myself is God being faithful, he cannot abandon himself. Isn't it? He's faithful to himself. Like, so he can't turn his back on you because he's faithful to himself.
Yep.
And just, knowing that, and knowing even when I try to run away from God, he still is going to be faithful to me.
Yep.
And that in and of itself stirs up some affection for God, that he's not sick of me and annoyed by me and disappointed by me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think what you were alluding to, Chloe, is I've heard it said God is more of a friend than a formula. Like, we can't formalize our way of like, pray this certain amount, read this certain amount, and then you will get the outcome that you desire. Like, that's not how people work. That's not how relationships work.
Yeah.
And there's times where that's how God works. Like, it's just not gonna A plus B, prayer plus quiet time does not always equal like last night of camp high for spiritually for every single person. And we have to wade through that.
I think that's how it works with our mindset too, because that's how everything pretty much works in our physical world, with whether it be a job, school, it's always A plus B and then you get this.
Yeah. Equals C.
And we take our physical, what we know in the physical, and we try to apply it to the spiritual, and we find that it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Because I think at the root of the question is like, in order to, if you don't feel God, like, you more than likely are in some type of season like of lament, because like you don't feel that, if you're like, or sometimes, it's like you won't feel that if like you're on fire, if everything's going great, or if you just got, the very thing you've been praying for, it's like how, like, oftentimes if you feel, and if you're asking the question like, God, where are you? Like, you're feeling that because you are like in a season of lament. And I don't think that's something that I think it was you who were saying it, Maria. Like, I don't think we talk about it very often, of like what lament is, and then what to do about lament, and how it's, like, sometimes it's met with shame of like, oh, if you would just do this, this would happen, and so I think I was reading a book with a Bible study of some girls that I have a Bible study with, and we were reading a book, and it's all about lament. And one of the biggest kind of things it just talked about was, in a season of lament, in a season of when you don't feel God, in a season of when you don't feel like you have heard from him or that he is near, even though to our points he is, like, he is near, he cannot abandon you. But when he feels far away, it's like, what do you do? And the biggest thing the book was talking about, just of the beginning steps of lament, is like when you pray, kind of like to pray those honest prayers, and like God is big enough to handle those. Yeah. I think sometimes we make God like in this box, and he's very fragile, and it's like, no, like, he is a loving father who
he already knows.
He knows. And so he wants to hear it from you. And there is a real freedom in releasing. Like, if you are angry, tell him. If you are frustrated, tell him. And because so much of that is like, he wants to hear from you, and he wants to hear from the real you and what you're, the realness that's in your heart. And so, like, go to God with all of those things. And over time, as you go, I think it builds just that trust of like, oh, like, he's big enough to handle that, and he's safe enough, I think, to handle the honesty, sometimes in just the, I don't know what it, if it is anger, or if it is anything that's kind of leading to whatever that question is. But, go to God, ask him for things. And I feel like the answer that's been with so many of us, with so many of these questions, has like also like bring people in.
Yes. Yep.
Because, and I know that's been transformative for me, of like, you know, when I feel this, like there have been times where I've told Johnny, there have been times where I've told my friends, like, you have got to remind me of truth right now because I don't like believe it right now.
Yeah.
I do 10 years down the road, you know,
Yeah.
but it's like,
Yeah.
I don't right now. And so like, even if I've read, if I have prayed the real kind of honest, you know, sometimes ugly prayer.
Yeah.
And then like I need someone to speak the truth into me, but that requires vulnerability and that requires, you know, me to actually voice, you know, of course, go to God first and then go to his people of like, remind me of his truth.
Yeah.
Pray for me, you know, in this, because we can't do it alone. We're not meant to do it alone.
I was just thinking how it's even like sharing your faith with other people like that don't know Christ and being honest about where you like, yeah, I don't feel God right now. And it's been a really hard season, but I know that this is true. And like that in and of itself, I think builds faith, and and God can use that in other people's lives. Like, people don't want to hear that you are just on fire for God all the time, because it makes them, then they're like, oh, I could never do
It's
that.
unattainable.
Yeah. They can't relate.
So I think like pouring yourself, like serving or sharing your faith with somebody can really, you know, can kind of push you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Something else my counselor said, I just thought of it real quick, kind of what you said it, was my counselor a couple of months ago also, just to encourage this person, like whoever asks the question, again, like there's a reason you're asking it, and to give you some encouragement, as something my counselor said to me to encourage me was like, I think at first I felt a lot of shame and guilt over the question of like, I don't feel him, and like, oh, that's such a bad thing. It's obviously my fault, and it's obviously something that I'm not doing something enough, and I kind of got to a point where I was like, I just don't care because I don't feel him and I don't see him, and does he even care? And something my counselor encouraged me with was like, the fact that you are even asking that, the very question that you feel guilty about asking, shows that you have faith in him to come through. Yeah. Because since you're asking the question, it shows you still have faith. Yeah. And it might be that tiny, you know, small faith, but like that's what, I don't know if it's in the, it's in the Gospels of like, you know, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, like sometimes that is the amount of faith we have. Yeah. Like there have been seasons in the past year where I'm like, that mustard seed size is like how much I could muster today. But it was like, and like that's God. And like that is proof that he has not left you, that he has not abandoned you, because the fact that you're even willing to ask the question and then willing to take it to God shows that like you do trust him and you have faith, and it's okay that it looks like this. And
you have the desire for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, like
just hopefully to encourage this person too.
I mean, a third of the Psalms, 150, 50 of them are lament. 50. Like this is not back to what you were saying of like, we need to be a space where it is okay to be in those seasons of lament, to be in those seasons of dryness, of not feeling whatever we feel like we should be feeling. And to be people that are on both sides of that. Like, I'm willing to go to people, because it takes a lot of vulnerability to go to somebody and be like, I don't feel right now. Like something's off with me and I don't understand it and everything. But then we need to be people that are welcome and opening, like you were saying, Maria, to say this is a safe space to be like that, to be honest like that, because life is messy and it is hard and it is not linear in any way, shape, or form, not just up and to the right. Man.
But also, I think you can't the one thing you can't do or you shouldn't do is just don't do anything.
Right. Wallow.
Like, just keep repeating that in your head over and over. I don't feel God. I don't feel God. I don't feel God.
Yeah.
It's just not helpful. I mean, it's still not going to pull God away from you. You're still his child, but it's not going to move you forward.
Right.
You've got to take some sort of step, and sometimes you need people to help you to do that. Yeah, and kind of push you. And
that's so true. It's building that muscle that maybe once was strong, that like if it feels weak, it's like you do have to take some things, and like it's okay. Going back to, I feel like one of the original questions of feelings of like, even if you don't feel it right now, like there have been so many times where like on a Sunday or a Wednesday, you know, during worship, that I'm like, my life sucks. I do not feel like worshiping, or I do not feel like doing this. And it's like, to your point of like, and like, that's okay. Like that is it's very valid and it's very real. But to your point of like, but I've got to, you know, take steps.
Yeah, don't run away.
Yes. Like I've got to take steps of like, you know what, I'm going to worship you anyways.
Yeah.
Even when I don't.
I mean,
and I feel
God
like,
might still chase you down, but
Yeah.
it might take a little bit longer.
I feel like those have been sometimes even the most like most impactful moments of worship were like not the times where it was so easy to lift my hands, and like the times where it was like I am almost like forcing myself to do this. But I felt like there have been times where I've almost felt the Lord be like, I don't know, like just be very real in those moments where I was like, I don't even like want to do this right now, or I don't feel like doing this. But I know I should do this.
To the question earlier, I'm practicing trusting in God now. These songs that I'm singing, this promise that I'm declaring, whatever, I may not feel it in the moment, but
He honors it.
I'm declaring it. And
I still know it's true.
And I know it's true.
I know it's true.
Even though my present reality feels incongruent with the promise. But we're going to feel that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Any final thoughts?
Deep.
I know. That was great.
You're with the ladies, the feeling people.
You guys just really wanted to break.
And lots of words.
You guys just really wanted to break the record. Because we officially have.
I'm so sorry for all you listeners.
Good job.
Oh, dang it.
We have 2 more questions. They're both silly.
Okay, good.
Well, okay. I almost didn't include this, but I did just because my wife is on this one. Do dogs go to heaven? Do dogs go to heaven? I will say, prior to being a dog owner, I was like, there's nothing in scripture. There's nothing in scripture to indicate that they do. There's nothing. They don't have souls necessarily. After becoming a dog owner, I'm like, bro, my dog is going to be waiting for me.
Margot will run down those gold streets.
That's right. She's going to be running down with that that tail just wagging. There we go. There we go. So yeah, do dogs go to heaven? Do we have a consensus? What are you thinking?
I mean, I don't think so, but
do you have you have a dog?
I did have a dog.
Oh.
We had a dog named Chloe, actually.
But
Really?
she's not in heaven.
Golden retriever.
Wow.
Chloe's
No,
not
I mean,
in heaven.
I mean, just going off of the Bible,
Yes.
theological stuff. I would agree with Johnny. I don't think unless you
the Bible.
the Bible.
Well, but the
But I don't know.
Bible doesn't say dogs don't go to heaven.
It doesn't
either.
say that.
True.
No,
So
it doesn't
true.
say that.
I don't think
I
you
just-
should, like base your trust on that. But
Sure.
And Adam named the animals in Genesis 1 or 2, and so you could call them his pets, and they were in eternity with him, but pre-fall. So,
But it's not just that too. It's like how the relationships work, right? Because like that comes from a place of like the relationship with the pet wanting to be the same, and I don't know if that'll necessarily be the same too. Just like relationships we'll know each other, but our relationships will be different. You know what I mean?
you're
So I
saying
don't know
that
if
my dog will have sentience?
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 Margot.
No.
Like the squirrels?
But I don't know.
All I know is that I have a desire.
I want a big desire.
It would be awesome if Margot was up there.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
I feel like she
Coco.
deserves
Rip.
it. I've walked her through the prayer of salvation before. I'm pretty sure she knows what she's doing.
Will there be animals at all though? Does it talk about that?
I mean, if we're to understand that it's a greater version of the garden, then animals
There
were
would
in
be.
the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it says,
I do feel like anything is possible.
well, and depending on, I think it's Revelation talking, where it says like the lion will lie down with the lamb and and there will be harmony and stuff. I can't remember where that is, if that's metaphor or if that's literal, but we can kind of see the garden, which is our closest physical picture of heaven and be like, there were animals there, so I guess there should be. But
And somehow everything that you love that isn't part of the flesh will probably be a part of heaven. Like it might, and if it's not, maybe you don't really love that in heaven. I don't know. It's just kind of
that's the odd
it's hard
thing
to
about
imagine. But
that's the odd thing about heaven is it's like there's obviously going to be things that are not there, but it doesn't seem as though
anybody cares.
It's going to matter.
Yeah, you won't know the difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work.
Missing.
Okay. One last question.
Margs.
It's okay, Chloe.
She's gonna be there. Just her, the only dog.
The
only dog in heaven.
God's like, I made an exception for you. Okay, so when will you admit that the recently graduated seniors are your favorites? Sincerely, the class of 2025.
Oh,
They are very special.
I will say, I mean, I know I started here in
They're my
October,
favorites.
but I mean, y'all are the first senior class that I've seen.
senior girls
obviously.
are my favorite.
But no, in all honesty, to see how closely knit all of you all are, and to see how that's continued to show and prove itself throughout, nights here at FS High, the events we've had, and then even stuff like all of y'all wanting to get together to do a senior hike and planning all of that, like at Fuge.
At 5 a.m.
5 a.m. in the morning.
That was so
Poor
early.
Johnny.
It was worth it though.
It was
absolutely.
worth it.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys are a great group of people that genuinely love the Lord. So yeah, it's really cool to see y'all's relationship.
So
It is
definitely.
You guys are a
Special.
great senior class for sure.
But I think what's going to happen is every year they're just going to get better and better. So my group right now is going to be even better than that in 3 years.
That's so true.
Probably.
All right.
Because I think
Prediction made.
I love that.
But I think that's the beauty, and almost I think that's what it should be. Is like each class should get better and better and better because of the classes before them. Of like they have like I think of like
set the
Logan's group,
precedents
Tara's-
and learn.
Yeah, and how a lot of the seniors before, like I'm thinking of so many right now. It's like so many of the seniors before. It's like our current seniors are the way they are because of the leadership of those seniors.
Yep.
And
Yep,
so it's like
exactly.
because of the leadership of our current seniors, hopefully, the juniors, the sophomores, the freshmen, the incoming freshmen, it's like
They've made a legacy.
it's like it's like you want to create a legacy that's worth following.
Yep.
And worth making even better.
Yep.
And they have.
They have.
good job, guys.
Shout out
Good job,
seniors, but all the like
Absolutely great
senior
job.
girls.
Ava, you are not my least favorite child, by the way. I just need to say that. Because
If she makes it to minute 2 hour and 1 minute,
there is
then
no way she's making it that far.
Please.
Well,
be listening.
Chloe's on there, so she might
and this will
ask.
be a
Although 2
video.
hours.
So
Oh, it might be more
it'll be
interesting.
different.
About that.
Yeah, I know. It is going to be a
I
video.
know. I'm like, oof.
Was I slouching?
Well, I'm proud of you guys for being here, and I'm so thankful for both of you. Truly, you two have had such an impact on me, obviously, knowing you for as long as I have. But Maria, talk about leaving a legacy. Like, you have established such a legacy, and you helped me when I was first getting started here in way like I would have been completely and utterly hopeless. I said for years, like, Maria better not leave because then I will be revealed as a fraud. And then she taught me how to do everything, and I was like, okay, bye. But I'm so grateful for both of you and for your wisdom and just being willing to speak to some really stupid and funny and very serious
The squirrel
and deep
question is
nuts.
Yeah.
honestly though, like the creativity of that
That's what I was
question.
about to say. It's so
is, like,
creative.
I can't believe people think about things like
I
that.
would never think that.
I really want to know who it was. I can't
Reveal
find,
yourself.
I can't find out, but please come tell us on Wednesday or something. But yeah, thank you guys. Any last things you would like to say before we sign off?
No.
Woohoo! Woo, sophomore girls. Love y'all. You're the best.
All right. Anything?
No, I'm all good.
All
Great
right.
questions, you guys.
Yeah. Well, keep sending them in. You can use the link at the top of the description if you made it this far. If you did make it this far, then you get an extra jewel in the crown in heaven because this has been a long one, but I hope it's been worth it. We hope you've enjoyed it. This has again been FS Students of Unscripted. We love you guys. We'll see you soon.